Not to generalize too much, but how long does business process mapping project typically take, right? And that is a generalization for sure. But Martin, I'd love for you to give a couple of examples of, like, I think CCL is a great long example, and and then more of a typical example for some of our ClickUp implementations would be great.
Sure, happy to. Really great question, and the range is pretty significant. So I'll use the state of Vermont, which the process mapping probably took about 5 years just to do one particular organization within the state of Vermont. And that was with a team of people actually doing that work. So that was a incredibly rich and deep detail that was necessary to follow a lot of the regulations and rules for Medicaid in particular, but very intense. And then we'll do CCL, again, for one division within the organization. That took about 1.5 years, beginning to end, although we did the majority of the work, I would say, within 6 months. And then to go back to a question earlier, how many people are involved, as we started to broaden it out to the larger teams for buy-in, that took another period of time. That was probably another 6 months, and then about another 6 months of putting it into usable formats for roles and role clarity. And then more simply, going to St. Michael's College, I think we did that work in 2 weeks. Something of that nature. It was very fast, very quick, with a very defined purpose, where we outlined, based on our statement of work with them, where several specific processes were identified. But for them, it was important to understand where those processes kind of hung on the tree of all processes within the organization. And so we kind of went backward to go from a more micro level to a much larger macro level to tie them together. But we did that within, I think it was 2 weeks.
Yeah.